I guess I don't really know how to start or how far back to go. Um, Sonia is leaving me. Sonia and I met at the beginning of college. It was my second year and her first year, and we met at a soccer party. And I saw that there was a girls' soccer party down the hall in our dorm, and I really wanted to go to the party, so I dressed like a female soccer player and tried to sneak in. Turns out, not many female soccer players are 6.5 feet tall. So I got found out and they kicked me out. But not before I got a picture with her. Sonia and I were planning on going into the Peace Corps. When we started dating, I had already set in motion the application and everything. And then I went to grad school, which was like you get a master's degree and go to the Peace Corps at the same time. And so I was already set to go into the Peace Corps when Sonia and I were dating, and things got very serious, and we were very much in love, so we wanted to stay together. And the only way you can stay together in the Peace Corps is to get married. Of course, that's not the only reason we got married. We got married because we loved each other and because we wanted to, but the timing was forced. We've been fighting for the last couple of weeks, and I guess she's been unhappy for a long time. And whenever we talked about it, and I'd ask her how she was doing, she wanted to make me feel better, so she'd never tell me when she was unhappy, and she'd never tell me why. And then over, I guess, the past couple of years, we've grown into very different people than we were when we got married. We got married at 22 and 21, and we were married to go into the Peace Corps, married to travel, married to share adventure and share all of those things that we expected to happen to us. And this project came along, and we gave up on the Peace Corps and decided to do this. She moved to Seattle with me, and we lived together and worked on this. I worked on it, and she said she was on board for doing this, and I worked and worked hard, and she started working at a veterinary clinic, and I guess it was just more, she just found her passion there. And that was incompatible with doing this project anymore, and this became my dream, and this became what I wanted to do. Hey, I was in the middle of a story. What's up?
I just missed you.
Oh, come here. What?
I don't want that.
It's a key light. Watch. Here. Say something.
Oh god, it's bright.
Yeah, I know. Just try and ignore it.
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. You're supposed to talk about what happened to you and how you're feeling.
Can you finish so we can go hang out?
Yeah, I'll finish. I gotta be alone to finish, though.
Oh!
I'm sorry, I do.
Wink, wink, huh?
No, come on. Get out of here.
Hurry up. I'm gonna lock you in.
Don't lock me in. That's not funny. By February, she had decided that she wasn't interested in going on this, and it became the most stressful part of my life. The most stressful months of my life were after she made that decision, because all of these choices that we had made as a couple, as a team, to drop everything, to do all the sacrifices that Jet Set entailed, which would be to move into a shared house with all of these guys, all of these things that she was so willing to do before, and all of these things that we had set in motion, and I had just become so embroiled.
In the very beginning, in the pre-launch stage, when we were living with Rob and his wife, there's definitely effect there. I mean, they're a married couple, and we were sharing a house with them, and so it's kind of, I think it was all handled pretty well. They're married, they need their own time, do their own thing. At the same time, we're sharing space, sharing a house, and we're all roommates, so it creates a bit of a different dynamic. But at the same time, Rob was still dedicated to the project and still able to be as much of a team member as any of us were.
Sonia, what is he looking forward to most on the road trip?
The road trip? Pizza in our underwear at a hotel while watching trashy TV. It's our tradition.
Nice.
Probably an overshare, but it's good times.
We're waking up early because we gotta drive to Minnesota. Sonia's going back there to do her vet school classes, and so we packed up our entire life. When you wake up in the morning, anything can happen to you in the day. And to think the day before, my life was normal. I was married, and my wife was happy with me, and we had 2 cats and a dog, and a home and a future. And I thought I would die holding her hand. And then, in one morning, the hand disappears, the future disappears.
It's too early for me to tell how the divorce will affect Rob. I think kind of in the abstract, in the long run, it can be an amazing learning experience. And I think is coming to a much deeper realization about himself. But in terms of the rest of his journey, so much of that is Rob's story. And I'm only here as much as I can, as much as I can help, and as much as I can listen.
I mean, it's one of those things where we're all so close. We're basically a family at this point, that when someone goes through something this traumatic, it affects us all very deeply. I mean, where it's Rob's pain is ours to some extent too, and this is really difficult experience for him and a difficult time for him, and I mean, we're there to support him every step of the way and everything that we can do. I know that he's got a lot of difficult stuff coming up, to go back home and try and get some closure on this, I suppose. And it's going to be hard that we're not going to be able to be there for him.
I can feel in my gut how painful this is and how much there is to communicate to do this experience justice. I know that this has not come close. This is just the foam on top of it. I'm not getting anywhere to where I need to be, and it's so fucking impossible to get into that emotional space when all you ever do is work and juggle relationships and juggle personalities. Vietnam will not let me think about this. Vietnam will not give me a break. Every time I try to stop to think, all I can think about is the incessant noise, the unending activity, the list of tasks that I have to complete, goals, horns, websites, emails. need to be alone for a long time to think about this, to be able to tell you how I really feel and how this has affected me. But I cannot fucking get that for the life of me.